Okay, we live. Delpesh, is you ready?
Ready, ready, ready.
In a world where,
Wait, are you ready?
yeah, I've been ready. I've been ready. It's long overdue, I guess. Um, in a world where there's fireworks popping off and you hope that they're all fireworks, this is the event. I'm your host, Jay Hunterville.
That's a sad fact. Yeah.
We got Delpesh in the building,
Yo, what's going on?
and Nerdy will be coming on soon. I think it's what is it, Victoria Day weekend?
Victoria Day weekend. Yep.
I'm not used to it being on like the 23rd. I always felt like it was like around my birthday, like the
That is
19th.
that is true, actually. Yeah. It's like
It's usually around the 19th, no?
e I think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to quickly fact check that because I swear I don't remember the 24th either.
Right. Yo, check. Make sure you check see if you get that invite from Nerdsy.
Oh, let me check. Hold
Keep an eye on it. But yeah. So how you doing
on. Okay, so the AC's working now, which is very good.
in the
So
house or at this workplace?
I'm a house. So
Mm.
right now it's not too bad.
Central Air.
Central, yeah. So
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. I'm
But
having
you're running no AC?
no because
Can hear you guys.
oh, because
Oh, whoa,
whoa.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Z has my setting today.
Hey,
Disease
sorry.
decided
I
to
have to.
touch the
Let me
road.
get back to you guys, okay? So I'm currently on set right now, and honestly, like I'm in the recording booth right now, as you guys can hear a little bit of the tunes going on. But I gotta
Okay.
go. Yes, I'll be
All right,
there.
go do your thing.
Don't
Yeah.
worry.
All right. All right.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
because he will
Okay.
be with us shortly.
Well, certainly, I guess. Okay,
He's
cool.
in the studio,
Yeah. But yeah,
but not
heat.
yeah, because these upcoming days is like we're in the 30s now, so
Mm,
what? See, the summer's gonna be worse than last summer, so you gotta be ready, man.
I be rocking my coveralls in the heat. I don't even mind. People
You-
are like, "What are you doing? Not too hot?" I'm like, I'm half shorts and like an undershirt under it, so it's like
See that part,
it's
yeah.
pretty good. And plus, like, I don't get a tan or bun up or anything because my body's covered, right? And it's loose fitting. It's loose fitting too. So like it doesn't make a difference. When it becomes humid, that's when I'll start like, thinking about my attire at work.
Mhm.
But other than that, um,
Guess
I've been good.
I'm colored. I'm not a
Trust me.
person to make it laugh, but
But yeah, I've been good. Monday was my birthday last Monday.
once again, happy birthday.
I'm 31. Uh um my lady like cooked me some like mean food, bro.
No, okay, take it
Lemon
slow.
pepper,
Just
lemon
want,
lemon lemon pepper wings for the first time, my guy.
oh, wow, okay.
So I see what everybody's talking about. Like, lemon pepper, like, in the States, they talk about it, yo, it's lemon pepper, double dusted, this, that, da, 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 all these different, remember, was it
Yeah,
Atlanta?
Atlanta, yeah. What had
Atlanta man's like, here, I got you, bro. Double tossed, lemon pepper, da, 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 da. It was okay. I love it. I like it, but like, here's the thing. I had two different types. I had it like
oh,
when it was seasoning long, and I had it when it was not like different types of seasoning or whatever.
like when
Like
in terms of length or like what
length, right? But
oh
like
you
for
tried
me,
my technique. So
right.
you did 5 hour and then you did
Well,
24.
she has her own type of technique. But
Mm-hmm.
like one thing I realized when it comes to food, you gotta learn how to make love to your food still. Like how to make it because yo,
You have to like yeah, you have
me,
to
if I try to cook that, I'm slapping where like anyway, it just wouldn't turn out the way it did. But lemon pepper, I see why they like it, but it's not my thing.
you I
I
don't
like
know.
it
I would
because
find
I'm
it
not used
basic
to a
though.
dry. Yeah, I'm not used to a dry wing.
Oh, you had it dry.
Like I like a sauce. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Saucy. Sauce is saucy. You know what I mean? And then she made these ribs, garlic bread, broccoli. Then She got a strawberry cheesecake. Shout out Carol's Cheesecake.
Wow.
Man,
Living good out here. Okay.
living good, bro. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Let me just little shameless plug my lady here. You know what I mean? Like, I know I didn't like the way I see it, like, bruh, certain things that are going on in my life right now, like real shit, I could say this and whatever, is because of her.
That's good. That's good.
It is not because of me. I'll say that off bat. No, me, I would have been into shambles by now because I know I'm a stubborn and I am a hard person to work with and deal with. I know that.
So
But this woman, my woman, has put up with me. Like, I don't know, not all women could, like, my mom can't even handle me sometimes because I'm stubborn. I'm not the smartest person. I could be stupid and stubborn, and that's two of the worst things
it's
sometimes.
stupid and stubborn. Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's a combination.
The growth, whatever it may be that I have, it's because of her, nobody else.
And that's what we all achieve.
And God's grace, okay? You hear me talk about last part about, confidence and all them sitting there? Yo, that's not me, bro. I'll say that. All I'm saying is, like, me, like, I'll be confident in the worst things, I can say. But that is all her. Exactly.
Confident in the word.
Don't even think about it. But yeah, that's not me. Like, I can say there's that, like, when they say by every strong man is a stronger woman.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean, that's that's facts.
You found the tower. So like when you're on the field just running around, she's like on the tower, just like far seeing. So she sees past the forest and the trees, and she'll be like, "Oh, look out for over here, look out for over here, look out
You know
for
what it
yeah."
is? It's one of those things like I put my hand on the stove and it's like, the stove's on fire, right? Oh, I know. You're gonna burn yourself. You know that, right? So I would still have it, burn myself. She's like, yeah, you burned yourself because you put your hand on the stove. You didn't listen to you when you put your hand on the stove. It's one of those type of things. You see, doesn't make any sense. But I guarantee you she can make more sense out of it. But anyway, shout out to her.
Big shout out, bigger shout
out. We had a little fun and we went out, went out of town and stuff, and things are still on lockdown. So like, even though it's Victoria Day weekend, it's hard to do certain things. But Doug Ford Doug Ford has said, you know what? They have created a free 3-step reopening program.
Okay. 3 steps.
This 3 steps, okay? And the stay-at-home order is still affecting us until June 2nd. But let's go through the steps. This step 1, they said it should begin June 14, according to City News.
Wild. Okay.
That's 60% of adults vaccinated with the 1 dose. Some examples of businesses that remain closed this period: performing arts centers, drive-in cinemas are allowed to be open. Both indoor and outdoor cinemas will be closed. As gyms.
Oh yeah, because you're kind of okay.
Right. For personal training fitness classes, it'll be all outdoors with 10 people maximum per session, each space 3 meters apart.
It doesn't make
So up to 10 people outside, up to 4 people per table. Sports training, whatever, day camps, Ontario parks, horse race speedways, weddings permitted at capacity limit to permit at least 2 meters of social physical distancing. Retail settings, essential retail capacity at 25%, non-essential retail capacity at 15%.
Oh, okay.
Step 2, 70% of adults vaccinated with 1 dose, 20% fully vaccinated.
That doesn't.
by July 5th or later. Okay.
Or wow, there's actually or later. Wow. Okay. That is even like
Right.
there's like no
So
set date. Like it's just
basically, our art centers will be closed indoors. Outdoor performing centers will be open. Large gatherings up to 25 people.
okay.
Dining up to 6 people per table. What else? Amusement parks will be open, so Wonderland can bust out open again. Wild Water Kingdom, or I forgot what it's called. I don't think it's called Wild Water Kingdom anymore,
It's
but I don't know what it's called. I
we'll,
stopped remembering.
we'll go with that name for now. I think
I
it's now.
stopped.
I pause right there. I was about to say like you would think they wouldn't ban drive-through movie theaters, right? But then you realize they ban outdoor activities, which so I guess that's how it got banned. Cause like you're in your own car with your own family or whatever. So
Yeah,
why would that doesn't okay?
but I guess everybody goes to that popcorn stand, right? So maybe that's where you can catch it. Even though they have those popcorn guys that come in the trolleys and stuff, I think. But I don't know. But anyway, country fairs and rural exhibitions, county fairs. Oh wow, hooked on phonics. Indoor gatherings allowed for 5 people. Personal care, hairs, barbers, hair salons, nail salons will all be open, but face covering must be worn at all times. So,
well,
I don't know how you're gonna get the beard shape up, but hey, it is what it is. Religious services at 15%, weddings at 15%, essential retail 50%, non-essential 25%. And that's supposed to start.
what time out? So you said the first phase was 25 and it jumps to 50, right? For essential.
Yeah.
And then non-essential is 15.
And then other one's 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is supposed to begin by July or later, July 5th or later. Now, step 3 is basically 70 or 80% adults vaccinated with the 1 dose, 25% fully vaccinated. Could begin July 26th or later.
Wow.
So basically, obviously, both indoor outdoor gyms will be open with some restrictions, even though you got both doses. Both indoor on
I'm glad you said it like that. I'm glad you said it like that.
Indoor outdoor cinemas and performing arts centers will be open with restrictions in place. Kind of upset because I wanted to watch the indoor Van Gogh exhibit by that time, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So dining, larger religious services, and ceremony gatherings, casinos obviously are opening up, and bingo halls, meeting and event spaces, sports, fitness, or recreational facilities, seated events, museums, art galleries, a bunch of stuff. And essential and non-essential retail will open with limited capacity once again. So that is their plan.
Wow. So
has
New
your
York,
workplace this
wait,
New
go
York,
ahead. I was going to quickly say New York is just like July 5th. The protection's coming off. We're just opening. We're not doing no restrictions anymore. We're opening up, right?
I don't know.
But wait, what are you saying? What are you saying?
I don't know. Remember, but New York was the place where they said, "Oh, we don't know where to put all the bodies." They made it sound like it was zombie land out there. They had trailers and coolers and
stuff like that. Yeah,
but I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how accurate it is. And then you hear about this whole thing of, oh, no one has heart attacks. Everybody just has COVID things. Everybody's dying for COVID because, they get money from the government.
Wow.
This is all alleged.
Alleged, yeah. But you're asking about you said you're asking about work something.
Has your workplace said, hey, how would you feel if we did a pop-up shop of vaccines over here?
Yo, I was thinking, okay.
Because
I was thinking like, ooh, I don't know. That's a strange one still. Well, they'll probably get sent. They'll probably get sent home though, because like I think like more than 6 out of 10 people, they already got the shot. So a lot of people took it. So
Allegedly at City Hall, they have like a DJ, food, fun and games for all for the vaccine.
for the
The
vaccine people,
Pfizer fair.
that's a good Pfizer fair.
Yeah, yo, the Pfizer fair, yo. Or AstraZeneca land.
Or
Take a shot and get a free hot dog.
I mean, they were giving some parts of the U.S. they were giving away like weren't they giving just hot dogs or sandwiches? Like if you got a free shot, it's the same thing.
Yo, in the States, they were having it in strip clubs.
Wait, stop. So you're taking a dance, and someone just pops up with the gear, and they're just vaccinating people in the club.
But you know what? What I was told, I may be wrong, or alleged, like in those places, like strip clubs, like you would have like meetings. Like certain places, just like you'll have your job interview at a strip club.
No, yeah, that's real. Like where else would you? I mean, you can go to like the back room.
Else? No, but not for a stripper job, like for another job.
Oh, wait, another job or another like job?
No, like a legit career. Okay, like a career.
I get. I don't know if it's a movie thing, but like I know people go to the. Wait, this is where it's like it's not active. It got to be where it's not active. There's no way like music is playing. You try to convey a job interview, and
no. that sounds like a movie. Still,
you're writing a pen down, and the booty just touches. Your signature gets all messed up. DJ's yelling in the background, like.
But yeah, apparently these people got innovative with the shots. That's why I said. Remember how I said last week that we're gonna have party events where, they're gonna be like, come for this party
and get your shot. That's.
You're gonna get your shot. Just come in and just go. You know what I mean?
We're predicting things, yo.
But I just want to. The funny thing is, I just want to see what happens because I don't know how it's gonna work. Like, I'm kind of nervous.
Oh yeah,
I know I might have to get my shot. I might have to get it. I don't know yet, but I'm just watching to see how everybody's responding to it or reacting to it. A lot of companies are like, "Hey, this is gonna be like a health and safety, so you're gonna have to get the shot."
Yeah, which is
you can't tell us nothing.
So like, okay, allegedly,
especially if it's a government job, you need it.
I was about to say, so like, because I know some construction sites, allegedly, a lot of guys are just like, a lot of guys and women are kind of like, we off that. We're not really getting that. But like, if they tell you, hey, we're having a pop up today, and you need to take this, or your job's on the line, then
there's a job site. Allegedly, there's a job site that already has the vaccination thing in there.
Oh, sure! Wow.
Orientation, and then you get the shot.
Really?
Allegedly.
Wow. I don't know.
Allegedly.
I don't know. That's just because remember, you had the trials happening at UK. They said the UK completely just said stop with the Zeneca.
There's beer variants out there though. There's beer multi-leveled variants. Yeah.
That's another thing too. Like, are they sure they can stop like the remixes?
There's no it's like you have the Joker vaccine, but then Riddler's down the road. Just turn things up, yo. And then you have Mr. Freeze just turn things up, and like you got to get that shot too.
Yo, that's a skit right there.
That's like Batman coming to like fight multiple villains, and he's only prepared for one.
And that's what I'm saying. With no prep time either.
No prep time.
Like,
you think Batman can deal with Mr. Freeze, the Joker, Cobblepot one time?
Poison Ivy all at once? Come on. Remember, no Robin either. It's Batman.
No Robin, just Batman.
Let's play it in the mind. So Batman gets a distress call. He's the vaccine. He comes in. He can maybe fight Penguin. Penguin, he can tote him. They're like, oh.
Why are you saying you can fight Penguin, yo? Because Penguin pinch?
I never got Penguin. But anyways, let's say he fights Penguin, boom, that's a variant. And then he fights Two-Face, boom, there's another one. And it's like, okay. And then Alfred's like, okay, Batman, you should be equipped with the future variants. She comes in, he fights Mr. Freeze, freezes whole arm. He's like, okay, Alfred, okay, I know how to handle this guy. And then all of a sudden Riddler comes out of nowhere, and all of a sudden Clayface comes out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden Batman's like, yo, I'm overwhelmed, outnumbered. Like, if that's what's gonna happen, like,
I think the vaccine is like those Dragon Ball Z villains. It was like when Frieza touched road or when Cell touched road. When they thought they beat him the first time and he just grew back up, it's like, ha, 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 ha. I'm over 9,000. You're like, yo, how are we creating this?
However, yo,
I just got the Super Saiyan 2.
Yo, you seen, there's an article today where like Fauci was like, he wants to study the origins of where this virus came from. And they're hinting that it came from a lab, allegedly. Just be on the lookout for that.
Everybody believes it's man-made, right? So,
right?
Everybody believes it's man-made, but hey, it is what it is.
I don't know. The pop-up thing is just, that's weird. It's like you're walking on the road on the way to Randy's Patties, and on Eglinton, you see like a pop-up there, and people just getting the shot. I don't know. It's strange.
That would not happen on Eglinton.
You think? You
were trying to get your patties and May shots with the shot?
Get your Tuesday.
Come off of the block, my yacht.
I don't think it will end well.
You have to sell poison to Bob. Yo, you come off of the. They might flip table. Come off of the. Yo.
Oh, and the vaccines all hit the floor, hit on the Eglinton streets, all in the traffic.
Like,
as the TTC bus.
Just come. You don't need your health card. Man, what do you mean I don't need my health card? I'm not even from here.
Whoa! Don't do that.
Shot. Nah. Be man. Just my yo.
That's a visual though. They flip the table and the needles just roll on the street.
Just here rolling and all different. Oh shoot!
Just all like that. Just like
all different directions. They just you know like little cylinder stuff. They just roll in all different. They just roll around on the side.
And then like that car bucks the corner, just crunches one of them. A couple.
Yeah, that one car is dum dum, dum dum. That's all you hear is dum dum, and that's it.
Tire pressure all low because it jabbed the tire.
No, I'll pass on that still. I think they're gonna try everything to make people get this shot. They're gonna try everything.
I mean, we have to see. I don't know.
But hey, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work. I guess you gotta be a soldier to get over that. But Soldier, speaking of Soldier, Soldier Boy.
I think he'll edge it with Bow Wow.
Soldier Boy and Bow Wow has confirmed that they're gonna have their own verses. Mm-hmm. Soldier Boy versus Bow Wow. Now, who do you think is gonna take that?
I think Soldier will edge it by you can see it by just this much. Not too much.
By an inch.
just by an inch. Just a little bit.
Tell you the truth, I think Bow Wow might take it still.
Take it like landslide.
I think Bow Wow it might not be a landslide. I think Bow Wow might take it. The reason why I choose Bow Wow because Bow Wow has bangers.
He does. Don't get me wrong.
He has bangers. Like Fresh as Me is a banger, even though it's hilarious.
He has
Out of My System was a banger.
Out of My System. What's My Name? He got
And if he pulls out the remixes out the bag,
side by side, yeah, side to side.
Destiny's Child's remix, yeah, side to side with 3 6 Mafia.
Ooh, okay, he's got them franchise boys. I think they like me. The remix.
I think they like me. Where the party at? I think.
What he? No, that was Nelly. That was Nelly.
No. There's a remix, but I don't remember if he was in it.
Let me fact check that.
With the Brat.
Hold up.
Shout out to the Brat, yo. But
there might be.
I think Bow Wow's taking that still.
With a party at there's remix with No, there is.
Playing
I'm
balls.
bugging. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think. I think it's gonna be a number still. I think Bow might. I don't know. Still, now that I think about it, Soldier Boy has songs still. He has Crank That, Turn My Swag On. I don't like the new song he made.
Which one?
I don't know. Should make it clap, clap, clap. Some like that.
Let's make it clap. I've been listening
It's
to
a,
him
it's a-
since like he was my age, like
yeah, he had some bangers here and there.
so
If he
16.
brought out like what is it like Shootout? He had. But he is smart though. He was one of those guys where you do like the first YouTube guy to go viral. What? Wait, the first guy that like took over YouTube when it came to his music.
For music?
LimeWire, he'll
He,
put out a track like 50 Cent, and it just be his song in the background.
I think he's one of the first to do that. Yeah.
You do that now, and people are gonna flag your whole channel.
Yeah, Max. He has
You do
he has a Versace song too, which apparently he proved it right though. I did. So basically, Zaytoven made the song for him, which is it's on his channel, and then Migos, we jumped on the same beat, and I think there's a remix to that too. But Migos got famous for that beat, but Soldier did it first though. So
That's how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes sometimes.
He
But
fact checked that.
yeah, Soldier Boy. Hey, for Soldier Boy, he made his music as much as he was hilarious. Drake, like he's been that guy. You know what I mean? You can't deny it. But yeah, like that's
I
gonna
think
be
so,
an interesting versus.
I think somehow a Soldier will edge it. Somehow.
Yeah.
Bow Wow, you named some good Bow Wow ones. What's what's the next one? What's the next one? What's the one? Bounce with me, bounce with me. Bounce with me, bounce
That
with
is
me. That's it,
no, that's how old school track.
And it's down here. Bounce with me, bounce with me.
Don't. You're too old to be singing that song, me.
Yeah. It's just see, you just brought up a good point. There's certain songs you can't bring up because it's dated, right?
Yeah.
It sound always like if you
Like Ruben, this is what I'm sorry for. 2004. He kind of screwed up his whole song for that, to be honest. As soon as he said 2004, no one knows 2004.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you talk
mean?
to so many people today, and they're like, they have no recollection of that.
It's like 2004. What was I doing in 2004?
You have people 4 years old in 2004. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, but like 2004 though, like they had to state the year. Like
it's like what happened that year. We were in grade 9. We started high school. No,
that's the thing. You can't call out a year. Like you can't call out a specific year. Sometimes that dates the song. Like you have songs like it's been 6 months, 8 days, 12 hours since you went away. You're like, okay, time span. You know what I mean? You can run with that. But like when someone says some in 2009, you're like, huh? Some songs work with a year, but it has to. I don't know. Like not everyone's can do it. That's all I'll say.
I know a lot of rap songs like they'll date their stuff, but it still sounds classic though. So,
but hey, Soulja Boy is known for his tracks. He knows for his music. Known for his stories. It pow pow pow. You ever see that story when he's talking about the shootout?
When he did like this. Wait, hold on. He did like I can't even do it right.
Pow, pow, pow. You know what I mean? What happened to his boy Arab and all those guys you remember he had these people that were with him all the time? And it just disappeared.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good question. We should add him. Be like, yo, where's Arab?
Don't add this guy, man. What you out?
Where's your boy Arab? Where you at?
Yeah, but yeah, that's the verses that's gonna announce.
I don't know. It's like versus lost steam after the. For me, it was Teddy Riley, and then after the Beanie and Bounty, it kind of just went.
For me, Beanie and Bounty was the one that changed verses completely. I feel like that's the one that became the one that said, in order to be a versus, this is the level it has to be at.
Yeah, because it's a sound clash regardless, right? So you have to.
Because they did their tracks, they hit freestyles. The police showed up.
But like, what
And
more
I
do you
know
want?
people are like, oh, I know there's, people that are out there. I was like, oh, they should have locked it down because they're being competent during COVID.
No.
And you know what? You're right. I agree with you. You're right. But it still happened and it became a momentous moment.
That's what I'm saying.
And
The Ted Riley babyface, the second time, because the first time we all know, but the second time that was really good too. It's like it's just you're being hit with hits, and you're just like, yo, and you're jamming in your seat, and you're just like, yo, this is nice.
and Teddy Riley pulled out the guitar. No. Babyface pulled out the guitar on the man. That was disrespectful.
That was
this man said, you know what?
Effortlessly
Let me
just did
out the guitar. Effortlessly. And he's like, I'm gonna play my white boy songs. And the man played If I Could Change the World. I'm like, this man's wrote that?
That's wow. It's a hell of a time. Shout out to Babyface.
And then I could hear him in the backgrounds when I heard the song. Because I played it again. Because I'm like, I don't want to, I ain't gonna say, but ain't nobody gonna be like, if I could change the man don't have no key range like that.
Wow, you
have to be taught that. But anyway. But I'm gonna behave myself. Sorry if I offend anyone. But who's not sorry that he offends anyone, because he's been tired of being called out all the damn time.
For 20
Kwame
years.
Brown.
Kwame Brown, yo.
Kwame Brown.
He's got people ducking left and right. Like,
this guy is shooting every day. This is what happens when you poke the bear. Okay?
Yeah. What did they say growing up? Don't poke the bear.
Don't poke him. Leave him alone.
Right?
Everybody was bothering, because there's a little running joke. You had Jordan in The Last Dance, all these other people talking about, oh, Kwame was there. He wasn't built for the game. Da-da-da-da. Talking all this stuff, hating on him. You know what I mean? All that stuff. And then at one point he just said, you know what? Just kept poking with him. Kept poking him. And then I guess what happened, the funny thing is, you know what? He probably was like, I'm waiting for someone to call me today.
Yo.
I'm waiting to call me today.
You see that? And then so you see on Twitter, there's I gotta find the video for it too. It's like it's a light-skinned woman with braces, and she's in her car, right? And she's like a kind of a hoarse voice, and she's like, I'm trying to imitate her. She's like, this is so humiliating. I felt Kwame was like, yeah, like you're saying, but Kwame was just like, oh, they
called him one time and said, yo, he wasn't built for that. I mean, this guy said, you and your brethren need to shut the hell up. Like, he was flaming everybody. So I said, you trying to talk to me about my life, you need to watch your wife.
Yo.
He called Matt. He said, you want to throw hands. Anybody that spoke about him, you're going to hear him reply.
That's what, yeah. Like, whether it's Jamel Hill, whether it's Stephen A. Smith, whether Charlemagne is in the mess, DJ Envy. See, the thing, Envy and Angela, they didn't even say anything. But because they had guilty of association, it's like, no, Angela, you can't get him, man. Don't talk about relationships.
And here's the thing. Like, this is how I put it. Kwame Brown is basically, if you guys watch Naruto, there's a villain named Pain.
Ah, okay.
Pain is one of the craziest villains ever. He's like Thanos, but he had more meaning to what he did to the road. He destroyed a whole village. And before he started, his name is, he said, I'm Pain, the almighty Pain or whatever. This guy said, pain is the only way to teach. Pain is the only solution to peace.
He rhymed it.
If you want to know pain, you need to understand pain. After he said that, he destroyed the whole village. Like he was going mad.
Wow. That's yeah. He rhymed it though. That's
I'm gonna read that. Pain is the only way to teach. Pain is the only solution to peace. If you want to know pain, you need to understand pain.
And just next scene, just throwing fists, throwing
Better
stars.
dealing with mans, dealing with mans, okay? And Kwame's on that. Because he's probably going, like, I don't think...
You should give me a good
I
idea.
think
You give me a good Photoshop. Watch my work. You give me a good one.
He probably just went through it a lot. You know what I mean? And he's going through all the things he's been through, and you know the shame. Well, I don't know if it's shame. You can't even call it shame, because you know he lived a good life. He had a good seasons. You know what I mean?
He made his money.
You know what I mean? He's been there long enough, made his money, generational wealth, and all that stuff. But
facts.
You know, they're letting people talk trash about him, and do all that stuff to him, and he said, I'm gonna stand up for myself. He said enough's enough. And so he started to come at every single person he could.
I said, this is why you lost your wife.
Mm-hmm. He called it and wrapped it out like that, and that's what it was. Like, and you couldn't deny him. You just have to sit it right now. You know what I mean?
You have to sit down and simmer.
Yep.
He called out an interesting point too. Like he said, like, why are all these black journalists attacking the athletes like that? You guys don't have the same energy for white athletes. I found that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, for me, it's kind of just, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're having to poke the bear. Sometimes you gotta just leave certain people alone,
I mean, okay. Do you think he might have went too far with Charlemagne? And not, like, meaning like, because Charlemagne brought up his family history, right?
Yeah, he did. And I guess that's what he did. That's just what he did. He knew what he knew, and he said what he said. And then they talked about cease and desist and all that stuff. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, so he sent it to, so regarding Charlemagne, anyone that talked about that story in that particular time, he sent it to, I think who? Hassan Campbell. He sent it to the Star Report. He sent it to Kwame Brown. So anyone that talks about that particular story, he just says, if you're on a YouTube channel, just for people that make stuff or whatever, if you talk about it, Charlemagne will send a cease and desist.
What is a cease and desist, though? What does that even do?
Lock it off. Lock it off or you get sued.
Shut your mouth. It's like a warning letter.
Basically. Like a judicial warning letter. Like, hey, if this doesn't stop, I'm gonna hit you with defamation.
That is wild. That is wild, man. I don't know about all that stuff. I kick back and just leave it alone.
Oh shit.
Leave them alone.
Now, I remember Charlemagne offering like, hey, come on the Breakfast Club and everything, and then Kwame's like, yo, F you and F your show.
You could even hold a heart. What is he? He started flaming everybody in the show, and didn't even do anything. It's like, hey, man, I was just listening.
Guy called DJ Envy a cheater, a whole cheater out here. He's just like,
damn. I said you are hiding your child. Let that boy come home.
That's what I'm saying. You can't believe that Pusha T thing was like how many years ago? That's like 3 years ago, no? Or 2 years ago now.
That was a rough situation. Wow. And I don't want to talk about it because, we're in Toronto. And I respect Drake. Shout out to Drake. OVO, man, big up yourself. I'll just say that. But
he's gonna just skirt it past it.
But yeah, Kwame, hey, that sounds like you poked the bear. I feel like that's it. That's the only way I could see it.
Now, what's smart about what he did, like, what's smart about what he did is like, he already branded himself.
Yeah.
Right, so he already made like sweatshirts, and he already cut back like because at first like his
what he made sweatshirts.
Yeah, no, his merch. He He moves quick.
Merch.
Guy already has merch, man. I think it's called what's it called? Kwame. I think it's called Kwame Brown. Mama's cooking.
Oh yes, I seen that.
Mama's cooking.
You know, it reminds me of The Rock. It's like he just goes off, and if you smell what The Rock is cooking,
That's just yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. He comes with that smoke. He says what he needs to say. And he's like, I said what I said, and that's it. You just have to hold that and keep it moving. There's nothing you can really do from then on. You know what I mean?
But at least monetizing it though, like, because I think he came out the whip. He came out just cussing or whatever, and then you're gonna notice now in the future he's gonna dial it back a little more and just get concise points out, and then just make money with it. You might as well. It's like people got.
That's the only way I see it.
It's like people got paid to like make money off your name, right? So it's time you take a handle of it and then just make money off it. Why not?
That's the only way I see it. That's how you made them guapele. But hey, you know what? He is living his life, right?
Right. So
you know what I mean? He's living his life, doing everything he wanted to do, and then they you know,
they shook the tree.
They shook the tree, and that was it.
Right.
You always see that with fights most of the times. They mess with the wrong kid that knows like karate or something, and then it's like, you know what? If you try me today, oh, I'm gonna whip that ass.
Now, statute of limitations. This happened to you growing up in grade 9. We're not gonna say the person's name.
We're talking about.
Someone was poking Jamie the bear too much, and it got to the point in the hallway that it's like, yo, enough's enough. I'm lashing out on this person. You want to explain what happened?
Ooh. Well, you know what? It's one of those things that yes, I was poked. Wow, pause. I mean, no, I can't even say that anymore. Play. I mean, yeah, I was. They poked the bear. They pissed me off, basically. Like I was being nice. I was minding my business.
Just like Kwame.
I took the words. I took everything. It was cool, relaxed, behaving myself, and then, you know, because I just wanted to get out of high school. You know what I mean? I wasn't the person that wanted to run around and gallivant in high school. I didn't like high school. I wanted to get out. You know what I mean?
See, for people growing up,
the game.
That's like a mentality to have. Like, you don't necessarily have to like stay back or like drop out of anything. Just get your grades and just get out of high school. Like, you got 4 years, right?
Yo, and get what you need to know and know yourself as you learn, as you go there. Because you know what time, high school, it's so funny because high school, you know, when 50 Cent said, damn, homie, in high school, you was the man, homie. Like, it is so true. It is so true. And I knew that from like young. Like I said, no, I'm going to get out. And in high school, oh, this person is the tough guy. This person is this. That girl's gonna be fire. That girl that just dissed you back in the day. That. You know what I mean? Give it time. You focus. You get yourself together. You know what I mean?
The chips fall where they may.
School, get yourself together. That's how I knew high school. I didn't want the fame in high school. I wanted to get out. You know? You
didn't die for like popularity, basically.
No, I didn't need it. Because it's like, even if it came, I just focus on, you know, getting out of high school, and it helped. Made a big difference. But
now regarding the poking bear incident,
you want me to explain what happened or just how I felt?
Both, actually, both.
Okay, so basically, I was pushed. Like, you know what's funny about that situation? Like, it wasn't that individual. It was a bunch of people that were bothering me that time.
Oh, okay.
But I said, whoever is the person that continues to bother me or whoever tries me, I'm going to have to set an example.
Okay.
It has to stop somewhere. So it could have been anyone, but that person, started it. So, we're chilling. I remember just going up the stairs. Someone slaps me in the back of my head.
Just go, just like that.
It could have been anybody. It could have been anybody. Tell you the truth, I don't even think it was him.
That's a plot twist.
I don't even think he was him. But I turned around and he was in front of me laughing about it or whatever. So I felt like he probably did it.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know it was someone else. It could have been somebody else. But I said to him, if you hit me in my head, I'll punch you down the like I'm a deal with you basically.
I'll put the kung fu on you.
Here's the thing. He went, I didn't. Like, he's gonna be like, I didn't. But I guess because I guess he wanted to pull my card.
Mm-hmm.
So he went, it was me, do something.
Oh.
So I did. This is Sparta. Whatever it was, something happened. He went down the stairs. And then he took a lot of people. He didn't take a lot of people down, but he took enough people down to know that it was like, hey, you know what I mean? Something was about to go down. And I was up at the top of the stairs, like at the, the riser that you walk around.
Like King Leonidas. You're just like...
King Leonidas, just standing there, dropped my bag, did the rock, come on, like ready to go. He comes up, everybody, jungle mans are, make another nice. Drop my bag. He drops his bag, and they're about to start fighting. Now, tell you the truth, I was blind. I'm telling you, it wouldn't have ended well if I didn't grab onto him, yo.
Oh.
Because I couldn't see.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I take off my glasses, all I see is colors and silhouettes or whatever. So I could see the blur image of him, and then I would see like the white concrete wall behind him or whatever.
Damn.
So he tried to choke me. He came with the choke first, uppercut that bomb. Had him in a headlock. I'm like, yo, are you done? He didn't want to dodge. He tried to grab my eye. He tried to grab my from behind and try to scrape my eye out, but he flicked off my glasses. That's
how your glasses came off, yeah.
And then I started feeding him with fists. Don't, like feeding him. He got a punch off on me, and then I started feeding him some more. And then, we're fighting, and then all I remember is the fight breaks up. Everybody's like yelling and all that stuff, but I didn't want to get suspended, so I ran downstairs. I went like, how there's one way to, how the hallways is like a full circle.
It's a full, yeah. This is, yeah.
I went the opposite way. I went downstairs and I did another lap around to come out the next side.
Just to make sure.
And I remember there's a guy, I'm just going to say Earth. If you know who I am, Earth.
Okay.
And, Australian fan. He came out and he was like grabbing me. He's like, yo, da, 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 da. Did you fight him? Da, 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 da. Go back and punch him in his nose. Da, 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 da. And then that's what I learned about in high school, how everybody will try to instigate a fight.
That's what,
so everybody's like, yo, he said this about your mom, yo. Not true. Just to start the fight, I already dealt with him, so I didn't want to fight him again. And then he's like, yo, I'm going to fight you round 2. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready.
Right. Meanwhile, I'm in. So when that was happening that day, I come to class early, and I sit down, and I'm waiting for the teacher to start the lesson. I think it was geography too. Even the teacher didn't start because the teacher knew something was wrong. He's like,
yeah, because it was right in that hallway is our classroom.
Yeah, this is like, yeah. So it's like, I'll say Mr. M. Yeah. Mr. M was just waiting, just like looking at the time, sitting down at the desk, like something's not right. I'm looking around like, okay. And then, so after you did the lap, and then after you talked to Earth, I think I don't know. I don't remember the order who came first, but the door opens and all of a sudden kids just started coming into
Everybody
class.
was just yelling and yep.
Just like in a single file coming into class. Everyone else sitting down. I look at the foe at the time, and I'm like, yo, this person looks a little, what are they all mangled? Like the shirt's all, their shirt's all like off collar. One collar's up, one collar's down. They have like little, what do you call it?
Dust fists, yo.
Dust fists,
Like,
yeah. Right? I'm
here,
like, okay.
mop up.
Hair all unkempt. Okay, what happened, right? And then I'll take it from here when we're in the classroom.
Oh, so what happened was, think about Earth was in the classroom. He's in our same class.
He's in the same class.
But he's chasing me around the school. And then because my glasses broke off, another man came with another piece of my glasses. It was funny. So we're going all the way around. Come back up the stairs now. Jungle Man still being nice, whatever. Everybody's going into their class. I don't even remember. Oh, everybody's going into their class, and then everybody's still talking about it. I'm sitting beside what's his name? Shane.
Yes, Mr. O.
And we're talking and cracking jokes. Like, and it's just like, why did you fight? I'm like, yo, this is what happened.
They poked the bear.
You poked the bear. So everybody was, going nuts about it or whatever. He's like saying round 2. Everybody's like, yeah, there's gonna be a round 2, but he didn't want the round 2.
And it didn't happen that day.
He didn't want the round 2. Nothing happened. Even the teacher spotted it. He was like, yo, Fo, are you okay? It looks like you've been shaken, like something has happened. And they're like, he spotted it, but he couldn't. Ether? He spotted like something. He got mangled. That's how you know the teacher was just there minding his own business. But he's from Yard, so he probably knows when.
He knows when kids like clash.
So he saw that and he was like, everybody's just, the other name's like folded.
Like,
yeah, but hey, that's what happened. And the funny thing is, he did try to fight me after, but he tried to set me up. But that's a whole different story.
That's a whole
different story.
That day was wild. I'll tell you that.
Good times though, but me and him are still cool people, whatever. Yeah. Sometimes one of those things that he probably still denies it. Some people here and there, like, they're like, oh, when it's someone like me that deals with your case, that doesn't really like run around and talk stuff about it. There's always something to justify. When I have your number, there's always a reason why people justify why I had their number. But it is what it is. That's all fun and game. Like the words Drake say, it's all fun and games until a nigga want to play too. But hey,
that was so you got your Conway. I can't say Conway. I can't say his name correctly now.
Conway.
Not Conway. That's a rapper. What's his name again? I should say Brown because Brown. Okay. So, where does it go from here now? Does he continue sending shots?
I think he's gonna keep running with it. I don't think he's gonna stop.
Not until like he gets like mad cease and desist or what's that guy's name? Is it Steven Jackson?
Yeah.
Apparently he's looking for him.
Well, that's what they say, but he knows where he is. He said, "You know where to find me. You know where to find me. You know where to find me." So we'll see how that goes. I hope it ends with like a little tussle, but they could live it like men and keep moving on with their lives. Don't try to kill each other or nothing like that. Just settle it like men. Whatever, not deadly force, but because some people believe that guns are the way to go, which it's not.
Yeah.
And I'm not supporting that. Violence is not the way to go neither, but I don't know what to say because people will just do what they want to do. But Yeah.
Hold on. I was gonna say like I think I've been thinking a couple of weeks. Like we did like 2 episodes back of like podcasts in crisis, and and like yo, like I was looking at like I guess an updated list, and like a lot of stuff is happening in like the podcast realm this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's like it's interesting. It's all happening at once, almost like I mean you don't know if they're doing it for views almost.
It's
In a way.
astrology. It's just astrology, man. It's I don't know. It's the universe. The universe is in disarray. Everybody wants to go outside. I think that's what it is.
Like,
Everybody wants to go outside and everybody's going nuts.
right.
That's the only way I could see it.
That was crazy. Cause you know the Mike Tyson one. I think he let go of some guy that was with him since day one as well. So now, and people are going like, "Yo, Mike, why'd you let the guy go?" But you're gonna really walk up to Mike and be like, "Why'd you let someone go?" Like,
Oh,
Mike,
the football guy. Oh, for his podcast, I didn't even know he let him go.
yeah,
Yeah, he has Henry Cejudo there now, but I don't know. I didn't know he let him go. There has to be a reason though, but no one's not going to question Mike. It's none of your business.
It's none of your business.
It's none of your business. You got a problem with me how I operate my things? No, sir.
We get an Omni-Man ass whooping.
Mind your own Omni-Man. Yes, you might get your Omni-Man.
Mosh up. Asking Mike.
Think of the problem he has a problem with me. Think I have time for the fit? But yeah. I think we're just gonna wrap it up. I think Nerdzy's still in the stew.
I think let me see your ETA.
Because I gotta go.
See, that's 15 from should be by now.
Yeah, because I gotta go, man. So
hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can get her. Send that call. Because for those who are watching, we're supposed to do an interview of a series today.
If you want, we could just do the interview tomorrow.
Probably just the interview, yeah, portion, and then
just the interview portion, and that's about it. Because I gotta get some stuff done.
Okay. Before I guess we get. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. Let me see what's going on. Oh, I see darkness. I see lights.
Hello, beautiful people.
Oh, you're finally here. Let's go. Let's do this.
Finally here. Well, still gotta wait like a few seconds longer.
A few seconds longer.
Just a few seconds longer. Let me go fix my face, pamper myself. Let me actually look decent for this. Wow.
It's okay. You can come as you are. You look fine.
Okay, yeah. Still, give me just one more moment. Okay. Just one more moment. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Just for those listening, in the meantime, I guess a pre-plug. Visit the Vent Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. I gotta Google. I don't think Google Podcast is a thing anymore. The Google just shot another thing that's
it's Google Podcast now. It's not Google Play. Google Podcast.
Oh, it's actually a thing. Okay, and also Stitcher. People use that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, for the past couple of weeks, we've been doing we've done a bunch of interviews, but I don't think we actually interviewed ourselves before.
Mm-hmm.
So I've decided that this month or April thing, we're gonna do 3-part interview series where we interview each person for the Ved podcast. 2 pods ago it was Del Pesh, then it was me,
and for the volume 3,
and last but not least, we got the Nerd Z. Nerd Z. Hey, Nerd Z. Well, thank you for showing up.
Thank you for having me.
Showing up with your presence. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm actually really tired now. Like after today, I'm tired. But it was a good tired, good fatigue. Definitely.
Work done.
Pardon?
Getting work done.
Getting work done. Honestly, I wasn't even expecting what happened today, but it happened, and I'm just kind of like, sometimes you just gotta live with the punches, live with roll.
Okay.
Oh.
Care to say what happened, or
I'm not supposed to think
those care to say what happened, or you're kind of just like,
do I gotta? Oof. Well.
Or it's a bad roll, like.
No, it was a good role. It was a very good role, and
okay.
Good in the sense that I met people. Okay, all right. I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself. My gosh. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So today, I was with a well-known person within Toronto. Spent some time with them.
Want to say his name?
I'm not gonna say their name. No, I'm not gonna say their name. No.
I guess not until it. I guess there's a time too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Certain things.
You want to give us any clues? Let's say
YouTube. Let's say big time YouTuber. Let's say amazing person. Grace, awesome, and fantastic family person. Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Got to hang out with them today. Got to talk to them, got to learn their world, and got some insight from them, especially when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to, being a strong, independent woman. Got some advice on life in general. It was really great, really, really great. And I shout out to them. They're amazing. They know who they are. They know.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that, met up with a recording artist named Zoe. She's actually from, oh my gosh, don't quote me. She's not from Canada, but she is an international artist who is here in Toronto. And went to the studio with her. And also, when I went to the studio, was with Chikadi, another Toronto artist who is actually has his hands in different parts of the world so far with some of his tracks. So was in the room with these guys, and the engineer.
Who's the engineer?
Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't
Who's the engineer? Shout out the engineer.
Let's just say this man has had the opportunity to work with Travis Scott.
Okay.
And yeah, I will leave it at that.
You know the track for Travis Scott? Which one?
I will not go for it. I will leave it as that. So,
okay.
Yeah. It was a really good session today. And they kind of outed me, because because back in the day I used to sing. So Chikadi had put me on the spot today, and he's like, oh, can you sing? Have you ever thought about being an artist and this and that? I said, well, of course, that was something beforehand. That was something that I actually wanted to do when I was younger. And, but it just never worked out that way for me. And of course, went on to explain some of my obstacles that I had and some of the challenges I faced when trying to move in that direction of being an artist. And he's just put me on the spot. Okay, we'll sing something. I said, I don't really sing. I just sing in the shower, That's when I go. And after I gave a little 1-2 snippet, little notes, me, all of a sudden I see the engineer.
He just alters everything. Yeah, that's what they do. I
didn't sing anything on the mic or anything. I just sang out loud in the space. That was it. He started hooking up his stuff.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Started making a beat. And then all of a sudden I heard, get on the track.
Oh, wow.
What?
Triple Nerd Z with credits. Okay.
I was like, huh? Oh, no. That kind of stuff? But anyways, that was my day today. Yes,
Okay.
before I start getting a little too ahead of myself, because
Yeah. No. We're gonna get into a lot of things because we go way back.
yes,
Um, you know what? Let's. I want to take some credit to something.
Okay.
I'm
no,
just gonna. I just want to take a little bit, just a little credit.
mm-hmm.
You know, I remember when we just started the pod,
Yes,
you used to call you just the nerds, and I
yes,
kept messing it up.
mm-hmm.
I remember kept messing it up. It was like the nerds, but I kept calling her the nerd Z, and
Mm-hmm.
somehow it sticked.
It's
Yes.
stuck.
Like, were you mad at me when I was messing up your name?
The nerd Z or the nerds. I don't think I got upset. I think I was just more like, what would stick better? What would people always remember, right? So
Okay.
for me, it was kind of like I was okay if people said the nerds. I was okay if people said the nerd Z, you know. But at the end of it, I just wanted people to just remember the nerd at any point and the Zs. That was the most important part. A lot of people don't actually know that the Zs actually stand for my name. So it's Zakia
Okay.
Zainabu and my character, the Zealous. So that is actually the nerd is Zakia Zainabu, the Zealous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know
Yes.
that.
I
Yes.
didn't know
That
either.
is the main reason why my name is that way. And then if you even go back to it and define my words, it would be the nerd. It's in a whole sentence. It's like the nerd who is intelligent, beautiful, and zealous. That is literally what it would all stand.
Okay. Okay. I did not know that. I did not know that. I thought you were pissed low key when I kept saying it.
No.
And then you started to say it. I'm like, okay, she's good now.
It's just,
Because it was like literally what would stick, what tracks on, like what is really like tacking on to people. So it was more for marketing and branding, right? So that's just how it was. And I mean, beforehand, my name was Dubs.
the
Yes.
Dubs.
Yes, I remember Dobbs. I remember Dobbs. I remember that.
It
Yes,
was
I remember that.
Dubs.
I
And that
remember
was because I
Dobbs.
was a spoken word
Yes.
artist when I was younger, right?
Yes. Yes, with the braces. But we
Yes.
gonna go back. We gonna go back though. What was childhood nerdsy like?
Childhood nerd Z. Clearly the exact same like right now, but not as not as confident in the looks. That's one. You know, I didn't really I didn't have the strong aesthetic for myself when I was younger. But the same fitness, same studying, same intelligence, same all of that, same energy. I was always everybody's cheerleader. And I don't know, I guess you can say that I was still quirky, still nerdy, you know, brace face, four-eyed, everything. So yeah. The only thing that has really changed is just my aesthetics. That's all.
So, like, what would you say was like the struggles, like as
For
a
me?
child? Yeah.
Oh man. I would say there was a lot of struggles. I think that there's so many. I don't even know where to begin. Like, there's so many. Okay, first off, you know, when I was younger, I was bullied. I used to get chased home. Okay.
Whoa.
Yes, I used to get chased home by boys every lunch. Yes, there would be like 4 or 5 boys that used to chase me home every lunch. And this is just because I was just strong. Like, they didn't like the fact that I was strong. So it was like, okay. And I used to outrun these guys every single lunch. I'm not mad because it kind of helped me later on in life. Right?
So the bell rings and you're just like, I gotta go.
I'm out.
Yeah, and they're chasing you?
She's a runner. She's a track star. Trust me.
Don't kill me.
Trust me, I was out.
That's wild. That's
Used to
like
taste
what?
Yeah. And if it wasn't that, then it was obviously about my looks, right?
Mhm.
And of course, when people say like, "Oh, kids are mean, kids are whatever," I don't think that kids are mean per se. It's just they're unfiltered. So it's just that, you know, whatever is around them, the vocabulary that they know, whoever's around them, whoever their influences are, they just kind of repeat or label what they think is that, right?
Mhm.
There's no real consideration about feelings. There's no understanding of sentiments. There's no, what's the word? Saving face when you're younger. Because that concept isn't something that you know only until you develop, until you get older, right? So I think that kids at that age, they were just honest in the way that they spoke. That doesn't mean that it wasn't something that sat well, but it is what it is, right? So like I had braces when I was in grade 7.
You did? Oh, you did? You did?
Yeah, I had braces when I was in grade 7. I was called Brace Face, and unfortunately, the show itself, Brace Face, was running
Was
on
I running around that time too?
during that time, exactly. So you know, who's getting called Brace Face too? Yeah, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of it, like I had glasses, and this is the earlier stages. This is when I started wearing glasses and got introduced to actually wearing glasses. So grade 6, I actually got a pair, but they were not really my pair. So I knew that I couldn't see, but I just never went to my parents and said that I couldn't see. So there was this one time. There was like, you know how at the end of the year you empty out your lockers and whatever, right?
Yep.
So I found a pair of glasses and I was like, all right. Because I, again, did not want to admit that I was blind or going blind. I did not feel comfortable with the idea that I could not see as well as I could. And this is like my own train of thinking at this age, right? There was a pair of glasses left. I took that pair of glasses and I started wearing those things. And I was like, all right, I can see now. I could barely see, but I could see. I was like, all right. Teacher was like, okay. She's like, oh, you got glasses. Good job, Zakia. I was like, all right, great. No one's asking nothing.
Wow.
My parents don't need to know I can leave the glasses at school. No one needs to know. How would they know?
So how did they find out?
Oh, the teachers.
Oh,
parent-teacher interview. They'll be like, glasses. You didn't give her the glasses? Yeah, she can't see.
Man. The teacher turned around and said, your daughter's been having headaches and she's been losing her eyes. And even though she's been wearing these glasses, she seems to still have problems with seeing the board.
Wow.
She doesn't have glasses. Oh, but she comes to class with glasses.
And you're there and they just look at you. Yep, they look at you. That's the worst. When the teacher rats you out and then your parents look at you. Woo!
Oh, don't remind me.
So how come you weren't asking for help?
I was not.
It's funny. You know what's funny? Growing up, I did the same thing. Like I didn't rock it till I had to wear like grade 2, and then from there I'll just, if we're doing lessons, I'll quickly just put it on and then just take it off.
Yeah.
And I've been that way since grade. This is embarrassing. Grade like 12.
Yeah.
I've been doing that. Just I don't really watch them like that. So I've been looking at people with HD. I've been looking at HD titties. No, sorry, just your interviews.
I had glasses from kindergarten.
Yeah.
Damn, since
kindergarten, broke one every year. It just became a staple. Called myself Arthur. It was a staple. I just had to stick with it. After that Arthur episode of when he got glasses, I could relate. After that, I was good.
Yes.
Damn. We're some blind people, man.
Yeah, blind people trying to vent. We should do a podcast with all our glasses off and just see how that turns out.
Would you be able to see at that point? No.
Be looking at the cameras all different ways. I'll be like, so that. But so what was your favorite food when you were a child? Childhood food.
And your favorite food now as an adult?
My favorite food when I was a child would probably be lasagna.
Okay. A good lasagna?
Told you. Lasagna is the thing.
Lasagna would be it. And the way that my mom makes lasagna, it's like it's very healthy. So, and not to say I don't like a greasy lasagna or anything, but the way my mom does it, it's like very balanced. Like it has enough greens that you are a-okay, and it has enough like meat that you're just like, all right,
Okay.
saucy enough.
Okay.
Not too oversaturated. And then, what's your favorite food now as an adult?
Food now? I would still say it's lasagna. It hasn't really changed, but I love pizza.
See, yeah, pizza just works.
Deep
Good
dish,
pizza.
flat, thin crust.
From what place? From what place though?
Oh,
What's that place? Domino's.
You know what?
Domino's is my brand right there.
So the day we ordered Domino's,
Yes.
I was a believer that day because I'm like, okay, compared to all the chains we have, which is Domino's, Pizza Hut, Pizza Nova, 2-for-1, rest in peace.
But
like,
no, what do you mean recipes? Doing 2-for-1 still going.
They still?
Yeah, they still exist.
There's one on Dufferin still, Dufferin and Davenport.
Yeah.
That one is still there.
Oh,
still kicking on the hill.
That's
and
right.
There's one on Jane, and somewhere on Jane there. But you know what? I think the nerds. I think you get the Domino's at Oakwood and Rogers. If that's the one.
No, I used to back in high school. I used to go there, especially for lunch. That was my place. But I get the one from Marley.
Marley. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah, okay. That one is good too. But I remember the one at Oakwood and Rogers. That one was fire, bro.
Really?
Fire.
You think so?
That one was lit. What?
No, I tasted that one.
If you're bougie,
that is like
the 1+1. Because the 1+1 was like where everybody went to because it was cheap. But if you had the money for that day, that Domino's is the one you go to.
First of all,
facts.
I'm not a bougie pizza person, so let's just relax. And the day I tried it, that one particular, like it was straight. I don't know, they must have overcooked it. And when I ate it, I was just like, nah, the same. I'll stick with my Pizza Nova.
There's another place that I love. It's called Decadence. Ooh, or Descendants? Yeah. But they do deep dish.
In Toronto?
In Toronto. Deep dish.
Okay.
It's been on my my Instagram feed, especially for my fitness page. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shout out
I'm gonna check that out.
Shout out. I don't know if you guys know about this one, but it was a Vaughan Road staple at the time when I was there.
Yes.
Oakwood Pizzeria.
Yes.
With the $2 slices.
Yes.
That one is wicked one. Oven, stone bake. What is it? Stone oven, whatever baked pizza.
Yeah.
Top notch. Thin crust. The Italian grandma that cheers you, that comes by and says, "Hey, come to that seat." You know what I mean? Bless.
Rest in peace to my my middle school one on Dufferin. Remember the one on Dufferin Eglinton?
Yeah.
It's like
oh, that's like
everyone used to go there. There used to be arcades there. So kids would go in, play arcades. It's owned by Chinese people. Or I think they're Chinese people, yeah. That one's really good.
Yeah. I remember that one.
But yeah, what was I gonna ask? What was like, because when I met you, it was, grade 9 Vaughan Road Academy, and the things that I noticed, like at the time, was one, the braces, obviously, like the name was like I didn't like Zakia. That's a whole name I never heard ever in my life, and then it was the Goldilocks yarn.
Yes, the yarn tribute.
Tell me the story about having yarn in your hair
before everyone else, like
you were the only one, and you changed colors and all this stuff. Like, what was that like? What did it bring? Because that was different.
The root of it, eh? Okay. All right. So you want the real story? All right. The origins of yarn. So, so for some people, if I had my photo album, I'd actually show people because I have pictures of it, right? Back when, we had the Kodak click film. But essentially, I had asked my mom because we're in high school at this point. Said, "Mom, can I get weave in my hair?" And she said, "No, hell to the no, 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 no. What's wrong with your hair?" And I would argue. I'm like, "Can I get extensions? This and that." Like all the girls have extensions in their hair. All the girls have weave in their hair. All the stuff. And my mom was like adamant. She said, "No, you're not getting that stuff in your head." So there's this one summer that I went to my grandparents' house in New York, Brooklyn. And
Hey,
my
so I was
grandmother,
wait a minute. Your parents, so, because I had family in Brooklyn too.
Yeah.
At the time, I think I had an auntie there at the time. It's weird. It's weird. We gotta talk about
Look
that
at
shit.
y'all Vinci connections. Look at y'all Vinci's getting
That's what I'm
together.
saying.
Back to the story.
Both in Brooklyn too? Wow. Okay. Yeah, back to the story.
Yeah, so my grandmother, she had all this yarn. And she said that she didn't have any use for it. Rest in peace, grandma. And what happened, she's like, I don't have any use, here you guys, this and that. So we had spent that time learning how to knit, learning how to crochet, learning how to do whatever. And she gave me this whole bag of yarn. Okay. So I sat there, I was like, I learned how to do all this stuff, knit, great stuff, whatever. And when we came back to Toronto, of course I wanted to do my hair. And during this time, my dad was very, was also encouraging that I was able to be self-sufficient with my own hair, learn how to handle my texture, learn how to handle my hair and everything like that. So I wanted extensions. I wanted it badly. So I put 2 and 2 together and I said, you know what? My mom said, no, I can't have extensions. No, I can't have a weave. You know what? This is the closest thing to that. And it was yarn. So went, spent that whole time in my room, braiding my hair up with yarn. Because it was close. And what I mean, this was a process. I actually, because if you look at yarn and you know how yarn is, it actually is wound with different strands all together. And then it becomes one continuous strand. So I would unwind it and then braid it into my hair. Okay. So that would be my extensions. So all those times that you saw me, it had taken me 3 days just to get the hair done. 3 days? 3 days. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'd spend all my days doing my hair. Yay. To school with a fresh hairstyle with a different color. And y'all were going crazy in the hallways.
They were flaming. I didn't flame you. That I could say that I never flamed. I never flamed.
I just remember. I don't.
But people were flaming you. Yeah.
Going off.
But that's high school though. That's high school. Mans are flaming you, and I just said, I don't mind. It looks like Sailor Moon. I remember I tell you it looked like Sailor Moon, or I was like, don't worry, you're good, whatever.
Yes. And then you know what ended up happening? The same shits that people were there roasting me for.
They started doing.
Wow. Yeah. That's a
very good lesson right there. Iron, yo. I remember seeing the first girl that did it too.
Yep.
Because I remember they were flaming you for a while, and then I think you used to change the color.
Yep. And I had blue, purple, red, and not like just a dark blue. I had dark blue. I had bright blue. If I had these colors, I'd show you guys. I had red, like a bright red. I would mix purple and red together. I had yellow, which was the biggest one that everybody was on me for, because they always called me Super Saiyan. I was in my final form. Yeah. They said Goku, all that sitting.
I remember I seen someone come in. I think someone Vaughn came in with the white, and I was just like,
"Yep."
They bit your swag. Yep. But it's funny because at Vaughn, you had it in so long that everybody just stopped, like the bullying stopped. But then when we went to the track meets, that's when everybody was like, again, like all these other schools are like, what the hell? But I think you already went to the war in grade 9.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just said, you know what, this is just how it is.
It's my identity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you were doing other things other than the yarn and stuff and art, you were actually performing on stage around them times too.
Yes, I
What
was.
was that like? Like, what was your talents then, like that you know, were doing then?
Then I was. Oh, hold on, hold on.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh. I think
Where is she? What's she doing?
she had to get her talents.
What is she doing, yo? What is she going to go pick up? You can't just cut from the interview like that, bro. That's not how we do things here.
She might do like a show and tell. Like she's gonna.
Let's see what's the show and tell. I don't know, but you know,
Because once she said
no.
talent, she's just like, oh, I have.
Yeah, like yeah, but like, where is she going? You're gonna have to edit this. This. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Okay, sorry guys. Didn't mean to. I was getting a drink.
Okay.
oh.
I thought you were bringing something to show and tell or something. Yo. What the hell?
Someone was bringing me a drink. Oh, I
Okay.
would have gotten my album. Don't worry, but
It's all good. It's all good. But
Man,
yeah,
I
but
feel-
what are the talents you had?
I feel robbed.
Trust me.
So what did I do at that time? So in school, I was a part of the dance club, and I did a lot of dancing. So that is what I was doing. But outside of school, I was a part of many things. I had done dance. I had also done performing at a community level. I did a lot of singing. I was a part of a choir. I was a part of like a lot of art community circles. So I did a lot of that stuff outside of school. And yeah, that was literally what I was doing. But in school, I was doing a lot of dancing and performing. Tried out for theater. Was doing theater camp and all that other good stuff back in the day. Sorry, someone's here. That's the reason why. But yes, that is exactly what I was doing.
Okay. So another question. What was the thing? Because I remember 2 years ago, like I'm not 2 years ago, when I was at Vaughn for the time being, I was there for a bit, and then you had the Goldilocks, whatever. I think you were in grade when I left. I came back, and you had extensions in your hair.
Mm-hmm.
You had weave. You had things.
Yes.
So since you switched up, when did you switch up, and how did you get your mom to say yes?
So I switched up. I think what grade was this? Probably like grade 11 is when I was able to start wearing extensions. And but at that point, beforehand, I had gone bald. I had cut off all my hair. I believe that was in grade 10. I was bald, or the beginning of grade 10, I cut off my hair.
No, when you say bald, do you mean like
beginning of grade 10?
Or either
like
that
ending?
or the end of grade 9.
Okay.
Now, when you say bald, do you mean like obviously not reflecting
like shorter than your hair, Kadeem? Probably like how Jamie's hair is.
Yeah, I remember when she had the bald. Yeah. I remember when she had the bald. Then when I in the summer back in the day, I think when I saw you, then it wasn't like that was probably your second or third time you cut your head going bald. Thought you were going through something like some Britney Spears crisis sometimes, yo. But anyway.
No,
so why did
it was because so my aunt had come up from the States. Where is she from? I think she is from, is it Tennessee? She's from one of those states.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah. So when she came up, she's a hairstylist. And so she had actually relaxed my hair because I wanted to actually have a hair style like Megan Good.
Ooh,
So yes, at that time, cut off my hair, wanted to have this relaxer, have my hair looking and my face looking like Megan Good. I thought I was cute. I said, yeah, she's one of those girls. And it just didn't work out. By the time I was done, it did not work out. So that kind of forced me to like
So yo, chop it off.
Chop it
Yeah.
off. Wow.
So what do you say did not turn out well? What was it like? Was it falling out? Was it like
No. You know how like Asian people have to do a certain type of haircut? They have to cut their hair a certain way in order for them to get a fade because their hair just stands out. There's no laying it down. There's no waves, no nothing. It just stands.
It stands out, yeah.
That was my hair.
Okay.
Just like that. That was it.
Jeez.
Okay. And when you got the
Yeah. Jeez.
And when you got the extensions, did you notice like the difference how people treat you? Did you notice it instantly? Did you notice it like, you know, like what did you notice at the time?
I didn't really notice anything when I had gotten the extensions until I was doing my own hair. So I didn't notice any difference in the sense of how people approached me when it came to my hair. So, and I think that's kind of like the biggest thing where I think a lot of people, maybe they did know I was the one doing my hair. Maybe they didn't, or if they were like, oh, if she's really going to someone to get her hair done, she needs to stop going to them because, you know, they're not worth the coin. Like, save your coin, baby girl.
No.
But of course, if you know you're 14, you're inexperienced, all the way up to like 16, you're still inexperienced with actually doing your hair. But all of that, like I said, my dad had been my dad was an advocate in making sure that I was able to manage my own hair. And therefore, you know, that was one of the biggest things that he had pushed, that I was able to do it, right? If you want to have this long, luxurious hair, you need to be able to take care of it and know what it needs. So, and if you want to style it too, you need to know what it takes to style your hair. And of course, I didn't have $200 and some to go every other week to go and get my hair done.
Oh, it's costly.
It's pricey, right? So I was the one washing my own hair, doing my own hair, maintaining my own hair ever since I was 14 years old.
Wow.
So
okay.
Yeah.
So what were the adversities you could say you faced in high school?
In high school, ooh. I faced the adversity of being different. So I definitely was different for many reasons. I can laugh about it because I've accepted it now, right? In our school, of course, you know, you guys attended the same school as me. But of course, we circle and sit around different groups of people, right? But one of the biggest things that were my hair was a big topic for a good amount of time. The amount of times I cut my hair was a big topic amount of time. So the adversity going around hair and just black hair altogether, the adversity around being bald or no hair, and that whole concept of like, I am not my hair, was definitely something that I had to deal with. The adversity of being in academics versus applied, you know, the education system and how that affected me and how it affected me socially, right? So who you're surrounded by, who your circles are. What else? Being strong and going to the gym and working out. That was an adversity too, because it's like some guys, and of course this is the age where people are still trying to find themselves. You know, girls are supposed to be in a box. Boys are supposed to be in a box. There's certain behaviors that are attributed to each gender. And when you don't fit those boxes, sometimes people are like, so what are you? You're weird. You're strange. So being that I wanted to be a really great athlete and I was working towards my goals, that was one of the other adversities, that I was so goal driven, I think a lot of people just found that kind of strange. Like why?
Who does she think she is?
Yeah.
Achieving her goals and shit.
Yeah. Then on top of it, dating a person outside of my ethnicity.
Oh, you're going there? Okay, I thought.
Yes, because that was a thing. What I mean, it was KD. That's what I'm saying. As much as we went to the same school, you did not hear or was around for the conversations that people were having with me.
I heard about it on my ends.
Yeah,
I heard about it. But I wasn't surprised.
It's a whole sellout?
Yeah, they called me a sellout. They said that, so you think you're better than people? Oh, so you don't like black guys no more? You don't like black guys? When I'm just like, I'm just dating this person. How did we get here? How did this conversation get here? And when men would cut, and it wasn't like they would confront the guy. They were confronting me. They'd come to me and be like, so you think you're better? So you think you couldn't find a young black man to love? You couldn't this and that. How did we get here? But just like the adversity of choosing to date interracially was an adversity. That choice was mine. But people felt like they wanted to take that from me. And it's like, I'm not supposed to date outside of my ethnicity. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's another one.
That sounds wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would get to that level.
Oh yeah.
I heard about it, but I didn't know much because I was out.
Because I was CZ with this said person, and I think when we used to have our basketball games, she would come with a said person, and people would just be looking like.
Right? Madness.
So.
The other one is colorism. Definitely faced colorism with peers. Yep. I remember having to defend a friend because somebody was there going off and saying that how this person probably thought that they were better because they were fair skinned. But instead was doing the reverse, was saying how they were they thought they were better, but then they were demeaning them and reprimanding them because they're fair skinned.
Oh, okay.
Who was telling and saying this was a dark skinned individual. And it was a dark skinned boy. So, having to be in situations where I had to defend my friends and just, let people know, it doesn't matter how you perceive this person, you're not being respectful, period. We're not going to do that here. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And this is coming from somebody who has same parent siblings, and we are 3 different shades, myself being the middle shade. I have a fair-skinned sister, I have a very dark-skinned sister, and we share the same parents. And we produce anything. So to see that type of hate and to see that type of destructive rhetoric and everything like that was very it was eye-opening, and to see it so young. Now I'm older, I can definitely, when the time comes and I hear that kind of stuff, I know to kick the person in their throat, but with my words, obviously. That's a big one. But yes, seeing and having that exposure at a very young age was another adversity. Another thing would be, I was a little physical when I was younger. I used to get out.
You used to fight.
I don't know. You fight, you could fight anybody. You just try to jerk me up one time. Yo, chill out. I'm what do you add? I don't.
Some major anger issues.
Why?
Yes. See.
Yo, do you remember that? You remember the time that you accused me for stealing your Metro Pass?
That's a rant. Wow.
She tried to jerk me up, and I had to jerk her back. I'm like, out of all people, you thought I stole it?
This is true. But then there was another time when my bag got trashed. Hunterville was there for that one.
Oh.
And I ended up coming back to him and was questioning him, where's my stuff?
I told you.
He was there telling me, and he's like, it wasn't me. And it was other people, and those other people were very much cackling and cowling about how, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? We came an altercation. That's what happened. So yes, but went inside and cried.
Oh, geez.
But at that point, that was another thing. Adversity or a challenge, a personal challenge that I had was dealing with my anger. And I had a lot. So yeah, taking in, being able to have constructive outlets in order for me to like really express myself. That was a challenge. That was an adversity. So yeah, I faced a lot of adversities during my high school years, and yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, hey, high school makes or breaks people, you know what I mean? And
It
changes them
does.
forever.
Sadly, yeah.
Yes.
Like, and then, you know, you went to what was life after high school? Because I remember you went to school.
Mhm.
And what was that like? Like, you know, because when everybody's free out of high school, it's like opportunities are endless in a way. What was that like?
I definitely said that I wanted to do whatever the hell I wanted to do.
Mm. Do you think it was worth it type thing, or was it like goods and bads to it?
I mean, good and bad.
Mhm.
I definitely can say that over the years I've learned. One thing about me, like I've always said that I wanted to help people no matter what. That was always I guess you could say my life goal, you know, that I want to accomplish is that I help people. However I help it, I just did not know how, but I just said at the end of the day, this is what I care to do. And part of me kind of felt like, you know, maybe if I become a philanthropist, that would be the best way.
I mean,
You know, be a
Enough.
philanthropist, get some money.
You're not far off.
Exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but obviously the conversation of how to be one was always a conversation that I had with myself and other people. And after high school, I kind of said to myself, I would do all the things that, one, my parents told me I would not be good at or should not do. And two, I also wanted to do things in the arts for myself because I never actually really got to explore them as deep as I wanted to during school. I definitely was doing athletics more than anything, right? For example, I was a teammate to well-known junior Olympian, I think is now Olympian, track star from Toronto. She goes by Crisbo on Instagram. Her first name's not coming to me right now, but she was my teammate at one point, right? And if I didn't have my appendix taken out right before having to go to OFSA, and you know, during tryouts, I feel like I would at least had the opportunity too, right?
So Z is appendixless. Damn, I'm learning stuff today.
I'm appendixless. Yes, I am. I'm missing an organ.
that pesky organ.
So yes. So yeah. So for me in high school, a lot of my time and dedication was really geared towards athletics. And after that, I kind of said, okay, let me get into the arts, like, you know, visuals, photography, all that stuff, modeling and entertainment. Like those things were the next step to me at that point. Did it go that way? No, absolutely not. And I'll be dead ass like, no, you know, because what did I go to? I initially went to school because my parents always said, no matter what you do, you need to have an education. Went to school originally for kinesiology and ended up getting kicked out of my program.
Oh shoot!
Whoa, hold on.
That is the honest truth. Got kicked out of my program. But I had a second opportunity, so it took a year, I think, just to like recoup and get through.
Oh my gosh! What? How do you get kicked out? Like, what was it? Just like
that's what I'm saying. Like,
how did I get kicked out from school? It's just literally because like I was accepted, got everything. They said, yeah, cool, you're enrolled, blah, blah. But because I didn't actually have the equipment for that actual class, I got kicked out. So
just like that, just
yes, because there are certain things that you need to have in order for you to do kinesiology. So, because remember, kinesiology can be taken into an MD field, right, and not just the practitioner field where you're doing like training and that stuff, right? So, hold on, it's a little loud in my room.
Wait, but I wonder if she was able to get a refund, or they're just like, nah, no refund.
I don't know how that works when it comes to it. I don't know how it works when it comes to that.
You get no refund, get partial refund.
Which when they kick you out, no refund, no.
No
refund at all.
I'd be distraught too. I was distraught.
So okay, it took some time, and mind you, I was paying my way for school. So obviously I needed to take some time to actually get my money back so I can go back to school. So when I went back, I went to early childhood education and then finished that, got my diploma, took some time again off, and then went back to school for media and communications. So even though during this time, I had been going to school and that kind of stuff, while I was going to school and making sure I had an education and, working, I was also working on my passions as well. So I had been on contract with Max Agency when I was 19.
Okay.
And I was with them for a year. I did not renew my contract with them because I didn't feel that they were representing me well, and they didn't provide me enough work to be sufficient for what they were offering. So I learned a lot about modeling, and I learned a lot about going to ghosties, seeing clients, working with brands, auditions, doing audition tapes, all that stuff, training, walking, runway, all of that. So I learned all of that during that time. Then I also was doing YouTube. So I did YouTube on top of it. I became a YouTuber. I was pretty known for singing. And
so
that was actually...
You didn't cover songs before, like...
I did covers, yes. So I did covers for quite a long time, actually. I did covers since starting... No, I lied. When I was 14, I did covers. But then I really started taking it more seriously when I was 18. And then came back to it. But then I kind of stopped. I switched over from what I was doing for singing, switched over into like just entertainment or lifestyle and whatever. Then stopped because got into a relationship. Well, geez, that just said full stop.
Yeah, what? I've been around. I was there around that time. So them times. So
yeah. So that also kind of changed my trajectory on life as well, because when I had this partner, it kind of felt like, oh, you don't need to do these passions, and let's be real, like you need to be in reality. This is only going to get you this far. You need more concrete things, So at that point, I ended up working, and as my friends were like looking at me like sideways, how are you doing this? I was working 2 jobs and going to school full time. So it was a lot. And I had done a few whatever on the side as well, right? Fast track that relationship and ended, and I stopped doing YouTube. I stopped singing. I stopped doing a lot of things. And during this time too, I was also getting into clubs and working for clubs and everything like that, whether it was I guess you can say pay to party. I don't know how many people are aware of that, but it's like basically you're like a model. You know how like Abercrombie and Fitch, they get models and their models wear the clothes, but they walk around and show people, hey, this is what I'm wearing.
This one
Hey,
wearing
this and that. That's what it is. It was paid to party. Essentially you would be at a booth and you would be paid to party, literally, like just to make someone's booth look nice. I don't mean to give that secret out to some people.
Oh, I mean,
Hey, it happens. Hey, that's how people made their life, you know.
Right?
That's what it is. But
Exactly. So I did that, and then I also did a few like brand ambassadorships. So I'd work with brands for certain festivals, whether it was wearing their T-shirts, promoting their gear, giving out samples, all that other stuff. So I did that here and there, like very spotty, throughout the relationship. And then it just became a full stop where I stopped doing any of these things that I felt were gearing me or preparing me towards entertainment and media and like arts and these things, just to be in this relationship. Relationship ended, had a whole life crisis, said, who am I? Oh my gosh. And ended up having to slowly pick myself up again and find and navigate in the space of where I am now, right? And it's as if I never left, essentially. This is how it feels.
It's like a muscle memory. Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. So, and it just feels right. But even before that, I had a concussion. So I got knocked in the head, got shot twice in the head, one in the temple, one in the nape of my head, and was out for a period of time. I had to relearn how to speak, relearn communication. I was in a dark room for like 6 months of my life. Yes, all of this. And during all of that, and this happened after like my breakup and everything, during all of that, I still was like going to work afterwards. I took the time off, obviously, to heal. But like after that, I went back to work and was still trying to figure myself out, still trying to figure out who I was, you know, all this stuff to come to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Owning my own studio, you know, working on sets, being a host, singing, being asked to be on tracks randomly. Modeling.
So, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. That in life.
I could say that, you know, me and Delpesh been there around the time of the breakup process,
Of
all that stuff. And you know, because that's around the time where we started the podcast in a way.
Yeah.
And like, what was that like? Like, you know, going through things and then just coming to the podcast. Because, you know, it was one of those things that, you know, there's times that we would sit there and talk about everything. We had moments where we're like, yo, is this individual gonna bust through the door? Like, you know what I mean? We had situations like this, right? So like, what was that like? Like, and how did, like, you know, what made you want to join the podcast? How did you know what I mean? What did it do at the time?
It definitely was a place of like therapy for me. Because, and again, what the name speaks for itself. It was called The Vent. It was a place where you were to vent. You were supposed to talk about what was going on in your life and really just get it off your chest, you know? And coming to it, I kind of felt like I had, in that time, in that headspace at that time, I felt that I had lost everything anyways, right? So I was like, obviously I wanted to support my friend, but at the same time, I'm like, like, is this something else that I can really take right now? But then as we started doing it, it was kind of like every week I felt like it was therapy, because it was like, okay, this is a space where I am not judged. I am heard. And people are really here to make sure that, you know, everything that's going on, like, we really talk about it. Like, let's talk about it, you know? And And during that time too, I was very sensitive, and I kept a lot of things to myself. So when I came, it was kind of like, you know what, I actually need to like let things go. I need to be transparent. I need to be honest, you know. I need to just shed this skin that I'm in and just let it off and just, you know, this is what it is, guys. Here's my heart. Here's my heart. Take my heart.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
And, you know, and I mean, I think a lot of people would definitely, when listening to the earlier or the beginning times, to what I am now, like you would definitely hear that I was probably very sensitive, very defensive, very like I would snap and like be very quick and hot foot, or you know, like quick tongue and all these things, because it was just like that was me reacting. Now I'm a little bit like more composed. You know, I have a lot more patience and I can actually think things through now, especially with different opinions on certain stuff or topics. Doesn't mean that I don't get a little hot sometimes or a little feisty, but you know.
Yeah.
But that was my main thing. It was really just the therapy and, you know, being given a place where I could actually be heard. So that was what was going on in my mind.
And it's pretty lit. And around that time, I could say you started to focus on photography.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what was that like? You know what I mean? Because you were doing your thing and then you implemented a podcast and now you have a studio. Like, what was that like at the time? Because, hey, we remember times where, hey, it almost went to a standstill because you almost didn't have cameras. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, what was that like? Just like, you know, what kicked you to say, you know, I'm gonna do photography and just continue?
Because you know what it is? A lot of people actually don't know this. I actually did photography in high school. The only person who does know this is like my best friend. She
Is that Mr. Nooks?
Mr. Noakes, shout out to that guy.
Mr. Noakes, yes.
Wherever he's
So
in the world.
I did photography classes and I was a part of the photography club in high school. And you know, the dark room, all that stuff. I knew how to, you know, now if somebody actually like, I would need a course or a debrief before I actually do it. But I did develop pictures. You know, I know how to do it through old school printing, developing all that stuff, going through the 3 trays, have that at the end, this and that, leave it in the solution for a period of time. I did that back in the day. So I did that. And with that, I always loved photography. Even my sister, when she sees me, she was like, photography was actually your thing. She's like, don't deny yourself. Don't lie to yourself and say that you never did photography. Back in the day when Kodak came out with their little disposable cameras.
The Polaroid pictures, yeah.
Exactly. I used to get those things all the time and take pictures. That was my favorite thing to do. So from then, I did that in class and in high school, did photography. And then outside of it, I had my own camera because of YouTube. So photography or visuals was always with me in some form or some way, right? And then when I went to school, did early childhood education, a lot of the part of like my training had to deal with pictures. And a lot of times my classmates would be so upset because my pictures looked so good. They were like, why does my project look like this and yours look like amazing? So, and I'm like, they're like, did you stage this? And I'm like, no, this is just how it ended up being. So with that feedback, feedback, it was kind of like photography stayed no matter what in my life. So then one day I just said, you know what, let me just actually, like, you know. And then when we started doing a podcast, I said, you know what, this is calling my name. No matter which way I turn, no matter how I move, it is there. Pictures are always there. That's it.
Shout out Elena, yo.
You know? So all of that essentially just led to me being like, you know what? Fine. I'm going to do photography. I will do this because this is something that I've done from the very beginning. and it's going to be here for a very long time. It's going to always be in my life. Let me do it. And then I actually started taking it seriously. So when I went back to school for media and communications, I took photography in my courses. My photographer, my professor, he said to me, he's like, why are you not a photographer? You should be a photographer. You should own your own stuff. He's like, your images are amazing. And he's like, I'm not saying that just to say it so you can, get your grade and go. He's like, I mean that. You have a great eye for pictures. So I also looked at that and I said, you know what? Okay. All right.
A lot of influences. You're just like, you don't.
Yeah. Just telling me, hey, you should do this.
And now with your calling, you have a studio now.
Right?
Yep.
And even that took a while, because if some people were really following me on Instagram, they would definitely hear the story about what was going on about that. So before I ended up where I am now, I had spoken to somebody about working in their space because they had additional rooms in their home. And I wanted to work out of their home just to do like an in-home studio. I had given this person money. They had agreed that they would do all this stuff. They agreed that they would remove all the other other things that were within that room. And I saw this person like regularly. And every time I saw them, I was like, the place is not done. I'm ready to move in. I ended up having to lose 4 clients because this person did not agree during the time that they were supposed to actually move me in.
Oh, geez, wow.
And then...
Did those clients ever come back, or they just...
No, just canceled. One of the clients came back and I was able to shoot them. And I did a shoot with them recently. Or I should say this year. And, but at that time, the other 3, they did not come back. And I was kind of like, okay. So when that happened, it was kind of like seeing this person essentially took my money and I never got to move in.
Whew.
So it was a lesson learned. And it was like, sometimes it's for me, I kind of, at that point, I was very like devastated, especially because it was like, you're a friend and I look at you as a friend. And then to know that this is how you would treat me and this is what you would do to me, that's like crazy. Mm-hmm. But cut that person off. And it was as if all the weight was taken off my shoulders, first off. And second off, I felt like, you know what? There's a reason. There is a reason why I lost this money. And there's a reason why you did it and why this and that. Because after that, when December came around, I got my studio.
So clap it up.
Yeah.
Look, clap it up. Look how things work, yeah?
Exactly.
So
that's even pretty... go ahead. I was gonna say like maybe like 5 more minutes and then we'll just wrap.
Yeah. So the only question I have left is, what would you have told, like just 2 quick questions, what would you have told your younger self and what's your plans for the future?
Oh, if I saw myself when I could time travel.
You see baby Z, glasses, braces.
Right? I would tell myself, like, don't be doubtful. So many things. I would tell myself that you are amazing. You are phenomenal. And as much as you feel like shit right now, you're going to be great. You will be great. And all of these things that you're going to go through are going to make you better. And they're for a reason. I think that I would definitely tell myself to be more disciplined. Get your shit together. Get your plan from now so you can execute it significantly better. And surround yourself with really good people. Really, really good people. Because, because I think like a lot of me was always trying to look like who's there, and it's like just chill, stay where you are, you're fine. Who you're around is great. They're gonna help you. You're gonna find great people, but keep who you have with you, and that's all that matters. You know, yeah, and be more expressive. Oh yeah, that's it. Be more expressive.
And plans for the future?
Excuse me. For the future, I have so many things. We can have. Do you have all day? No, we have 5 minutes. Oh.
We don't have all day. Yeah. I'm fading a little bit still. I'm not gonna lie to you.
A few things that I have. What do I have coming up? So right now I have a little project, a visual project that I am working on with a few other photographers within Toronto. And basically we are going to be working with a few models and providing like these full, well, hopefully 50-page spreads.
Jeez, okay.
Yes, of these models. And it's going to be like a collective of work, you know, all this good stuff. I'm also working with one photographer who has like programs running continuously every summer, where it's going to be like little camps for photographers to learn how to shoot. And also that's kind of like in relation to click and capture. So definitely trying to work towards making sure that this is running. Because I was able to get it at least one done and have the second one for boudoir started. So I want to be able to like do a whole like calendar, 5 different workshops for each different niche of photography. And that is something that I want to do. And I feel like would be really great and helpful for a lot of people. And that's just like on photography. Dance or like modeling and like those kind of stuff. You know, recently the founder for my dance house of Constantine, he had actually passed away.
Oh.
Right. So rest in peace, Keon Constantine, Danger Constantine. And he's one of the founders of ballroom within Toronto. So ballroom is actually a subculture that happened in, I think, Philly. Yes, I believe Philly, and has been pocketed in different parts of the States. But when it came up, there was literally 13 people who brought that style of dance to Toronto. And of those 13, founder was one of the bigger people, who is one of the people that was a part of my house. And he was the founder, the actual creator of House of Constantine. So that is the dance house that I'm a part of. And yeah, so for that stuff, I just want to be able to be in more music videos, doing more opportunities in like those roles, get to bigger roles, because I've been doing a few music videos here. I did a competition for Maxim Agency, which is an American magazine, to be the cover girl. So being able to get on that is actually amazing. That's a big platform. But just get bigger, essentially. Like that is my whole goal.
You see yourself in like show episodes, a small film maybe.
Yeah, you know, I've
like
actually had
too.
a few offers to be in a few TV series and a few shows. So it would be nice to be working on those projects as well.
I can see myself doing that actually.
Yeah. And it's like that's for that. Like dance, modeling, entertainment, those things, that's what I see myself doing. And those are my goals for that. Me personally, I just want to grow this hair down to my backside.
Okay.
That's one.
Rice water.
That's so dumb.
And then two, I just want to be able to find balance. You know, that would be my future big goal for myself. Just being able to find a good level of like routine and fun. You know, like that's really good. Celebrate and live with my homies, and that's it.
What is there nothing better than that still?
Convenient times.
So, just to wrap this up, where can they find you, your services, and all that stuff?
Oh, of course. So if you're looking for me, you can find me at the Nerd Z, TheNerdZZZ. And if you're looking for some photography services for portrait, product, and or events, you can definitely head over to Triple Z Studio, TOZZZ dot studio, STUDIOTO. And you can definitely check out all the things that I have there, or you can definitely check out my website at www.zzzstudio.ca. Highlights CA, not com, CA. So you can definitely book your sessions with me and everything like that. And if you're feeling a little nosy, definitely just type my name in Google and you'll know who I am. So
Okay, with the Google flex.
Okay.
And James, what's your plugs?
Jay Hunterville. Follow me on IG at Jay Hunterville. Follow me on Twitch at Lupistos, LUPISTOLS. Follow the Blizzard Boy podcast, Coldest Pod Out. And yeah, that's my plug right there.
You can follow me, Dylan Nigiro, DELNIG. What? NIGIRO. There we go. I'm a That's also on Twitter and IG, I believe. So
yeah.
Nice.
Del Kitchen.
Hey.
And have any questions or concerns, send it to askthevent@gmail.com. Follow us on the Vent Pod on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. Our link trees are in the Instagram page, and
What's in the bio?
yeah. This is the Vent. We out. Peace.